Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a brand new installment of Virtual Hub, a V-League special edition. And in this episode, your boy Ali Madawi has the privilege and the opportunity to interview all the actual owners and GMs of V-League, owners of the teams. And this is a special occasion because today, as we speak, there's an all-star game which features some of their best players. Now, to kick things off and to start it the right way, it's only right, we have Mr. Chaz Dudley. He is the owner of the Beltway Bombers. And hold on, the producer said, make sure you introduce, what's up? A 3P champion, ladies and gentlemen. No, don't worry. There are no other owners in the other side that are feeling some type of way that I'm going to say. You want me to say it one more time?
No, please.
3P owner. I'm not creating any friction for the All-Star coming out, but Mr. Chaz, thank you so much for giving me a few minutes. I am super, super excited about this season. I got to experience the Final Four as my very first set of experience in the V-League. Tell us a little bit about the Beltway Bombers and why you got so excited about this journey that you started since the inception of the league itself.
Yeah, I mean, so thank you, Ali. So glad you got a chance to experience the Final Four last year. The Beltway Bombers have been around for several years, and what we've done is over years, we've just increased our brand, increased the level of talent of our players, and by doing that, you're playing against very talented competition. So we're as good as the teams that's in our league. They sharpen us. They keep us tight. They keep us on our toes. And all we're doing is just trying to improve every year. And we've just been very fortunate that we've won 3 in a row, but it wasn't because of lack of effort of other teams. We had to get through the gauntlet of some really talented teams.
I believe it. And to be, first of all, a champion, it takes everything to come together in almost perfection. You've done it 3 years in a row. If you could say 1, 2, or 3 things that would be the secret sauce of the Beltway Bombers, what would those things be?
Well, find unselfish players. Find players whose agenda it is to win than trying to do it individually, right? You want to build a team. You don't want to build alpha guys who just want to focus on what their talents are. So you want to put together teams who literally have no issue whatsoever on who gets the credit.
I love that.
So we put together that type of blend of guys who are accountable, professional, who are punctual, who take their responsibilities of playing seriously, who are unselfish, high basketball IQ, who are tough, and of course, who are talented. So if you put that together, we have to have that because we don't have the luxury of practice. We have training camp one day, and then we play our regular season because logistically we're spread out with players from as far down as North Carolina up to New York. So we only get together on game day. I watch a lot of film, we put in the game plan, and that's where that basketball IQ kicks in to execute, and we've just been fortunate.
I love that. The V-League focuses predominantly on keeping the dream alive for the players that might not have made it to G League, that might not have had the opportunity to take their skill to the next level, and keep them involved in their dream and, of course, out of distraction. Out of the last 3 years and beyond, can you think of a success story that came out of the Beltway Bombers?
Oh, yeah, several. Every year we lose about 4 to 5 players who get called up. Whether it's G League or
that's a good lose.
It's a good lose until they get on that plane and you realize I got 22 points on that plane and 15 rebounds on that plane.
Wow.
It's a beautiful thing. And then luckily, because of the relationships with Asian scouts, assistant coaches from colleges and other sources, we get to backfill that talent. But then now comes the challenge of taking that talent, putting them together who hasn't played, and now competing in a game that's happening on Saturday. So we've just been very fortunate that they all buy into the system of being very aggressive defensively, being unselfish offensively, and the whole focus is on winning. So, yeah, I mean, there's a lot of success stories of players who played in the league or G League or overseas who, for whatever reason, they're home. We give them that platform to play. And if they're still home, they play. And if not, they go back over and we do what we can to assist them.
I love that.
It's great luck.
Here's the $1 million question.
Yes, sir.
In any sport, professional sport, might I add, it's very rare to do back-to-back or even a 3-peat. Are you going for a 4th one in a row?
Absolutely.
And what is the level of confidence that is going to happen?
Well, the first part of that question is absolutely we're going for it.
Because we're going to play this part at the end of the season.
But the level of confidence, on it is we're confident in our abilities to be able to put a good product on the court that can do it. Every team that we're facing is better, is more equipped to compete. And that's just a beautiful thing for us. So we're going to do our part to compete. But again, whatever we accomplished the last 3 years is harder this year. So I'm confident in our abilities, but I'm also confident that the league is going to be that much harder to win.
Love it. He goes by the name of Chaz Dudley with the Beltway Bombers. My name is Ali Madawi. This is the Virtual Hub. Stick around. We'll be right back. Thanks again.
Thanks, Ali.
What's something people don't know about the next-gen streaming platform? Imagine a world where streaming isn't just about broadcasting your content, but about creating an entire universe for your audience to explore. Virtuoverse is here to revolutionize content creation. Traditional streaming is outdated. With Virtuoverse, you can step into a new dimension of interaction and creativity. Host events, create content, and engage your audience in a whole new way. Virtuoverse brings next-level virtual experiences where you're not just a creator, you're an innovator. Create your own virtual stage with stunning visuals and real-time engagement. Stream, monetize, and grow, all in one powerful platform. Whether you're an artist, an entrepreneur, or a game changer, Virtuoverse is your stage. Imagine having the tools to not only share your passion, but also to turn it into a thriving business. With Virtuoverse, you can track your growth, engage with your audience in real time, and celebrate your milestones like never before. Ready to level up? Join the revolution in content creation and entertainment. Open a free account today and start your journey towards becoming a virtual pioneer. The future of streaming is here, and it's called Virtuoverse. Don't just stream, create, innovate, and captivate your audience like never before. Join Virtuoverse today and redefine what it means to be a content creator. Virtuoverse integrates seamlessly with your favorite social media platforms, making it easier than ever to share your content and grow your audience. Engage with your followers, receive instant feedback, and build a community around your passion. And here's the game changer. Virtuoverse pays you for watching, adding, and commenting on other people's content. Turn your engagement into earnings and make every interaction count. Virtuoverse is not just a platform, it's a thriving ecosystem where everyone benefits. Join Virtuoverse today and be part of the future of streaming. Create, share, and earn like never before. Virtuoverse, where your creativity meets endless possibilities. Sign up at Virtuoverse for free today.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Ali Madawi with the Virtual Hub and a special edition of the V League. And I got with me AJ Justice, the owner of the Virginia Neptunes. Now, there is some special things, might I add, that is actually taking part this year in your actual team, such as the Tip-Off Classic in November and hosting the finals in your actual ground itself. So first and foremost, thank you for giving us the opportunity to get your take on this year. And what are you most excited about the V-League this year than any year prior?
I'm excited about the level of competition that we're going to have this year. Everyone is going to be gunning for the championship, trying to knock off the king with the three-peat. Everyone's trying to get...
I didn't say it. You did, but go on.
I'm very excited about, like I said, the level of competition that we have coming into the league this year. We have a couple new additions that are coming in that are going to bring just a great level of parity. And I'm really looking forward to just a camaraderie amongst the teams, but also playing some hard-nosed basketball.
I love that. In the sports, overall culture determines the longevity of a team inside and even for the fans to buy in. How do you define the culture for your team, or what does it even look like?
Right. It starts from the top down, honestly. It starts with my mindset. How I like to approach things is from a servant leadership perspective. If I'm able to provide an opportunity for my guys to succeed, my executive team to succeed, my interns to succeed, then I've done well. And I need to serve with excellence. So it starts from the top down. If I'm able to serve with excellence, then that culture matriculates down to the rest of the organization.
I love that. One of the things that you've built a reputation of managing the team well. For the rest of the league owners, if you could give some nuggets, because one of the things that I loved about today's, we had a behind the scene locker room only type of owners meeting. There's this camaraderie, although we compete on the court, but we got each other's back. What would you share with your fellow team owners and GMs as far as some of the things that you're doing that helps you to develop a solid organization?
Listen to your team members. Ask them questions. What do they need? And then from there, you just build.
Yeah.
Because that's what it's all about, because you can't do it by yourself. You have to build with your team. So if you're able to ask your team what they need in order to be successful, and you're able to facilitate that and enable them to be successful, then you're going to build a great organization.
I see that. One of the things that I heard is there are a lot of great basketball players, but stars stand out, and usually is that little slight edge, if you will.
Mhm.
How do you find talent when it comes to recruiting, or do you just give everybody an opportunity? Talk to us about that little process, because there may be players out there who may be looking at you and say, I gave up on that dream because I don't think, or I was told, or I wasn't recruited, and I was told I wasn't good enough. What do you look for to give somebody an opportunity?
In terms of
Player.
Well, the first thing we look for is, what are they like as people?
Ah,
Because beyond just a basketball player, we want to know how you are in the community. Because if this isn't right, then the play on the court
yeah.
really isn't going to translate. So what we're looking for is a good person, obviously someone who has a very high IQ for the game, someone who knows how to play the game well and unselfishly and has the mind of a winner.
I love that. What is a final message that you may have, not only for the Virginia Neptunes fans, some of projection, something that you want to let them know what to expect, why they need to be supporting a lot more than they ever have before? What are you projecting for this season?
We're going to have an excellent season, and we're coming for the chip. We have a lot of great guys coming in this year, and we have our core group of guys coming back. So watch out for us.
AJ Justice, ladies and gentlemen, with the Virginia Neptunes. He is gunning for that chip, and he said it right here in the Virtual Hub. We'll be right back.
What's something people don't know about the next-gen streaming platform? Imagine a world where streaming isn't just about broadcasting your content, but about creating an entire universe for your audience to explore. Virtuoverse is here to revolutionize content creation. Traditional streaming is outdated. With Virtuoverse, you can step into a new dimension of interaction and creativity. Host events, create content, and engage your audience in a whole new way. Virtuoverse brings next-level virtual experiences where you're not just a creator, you're an innovator. Create your own virtual stage with stunning visuals and real-time engagement. Stream, monetize, and grow, all in one powerful platform. Whether you're an artist, an entrepreneur, or a game changer, Virtuoverse is your stage. Imagine having the tools to not only share your passion, but also to turn it into a thriving business. With Virtuoverse, you can track your growth, engage with your audience in real time, and celebrate your milestones like never before. Ready to level up? Join the revolution in content creation and entertainment. Open a free account today and start your journey towards becoming a virtual pioneer. The future of streaming is here, and it's called Virtuoverse. Don't just stream, create, innovate, and captivate your audience like never before. Join Virtuoverse today and redefine what it means to be a content creator. Virtuoverse integrates seamlessly with your favorite social media platforms, making it easier than ever to share your content and grow your audience. Engage with your followers, receive instant feedback, and build a community around your passion. And here's the game changer. Virtuoverse pays you for watching, adding, and commenting on other people's content. Turn your engagement into earnings and make every interaction count. Virtuoverse is not just a platform, it's a thriving ecosystem where everyone benefits. Join Virtuoverse today and be part of the future of streaming. Create, share, and earn like never before. Virtuoverse, where your creativity meets endless possibilities. Sign up at Virtuoverse for free today.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Virtual Hub. Ali Midawi in here, and we got yet again another guest, but this time it's a fun circumstance. We got Jerry Jones of the V League, and what I mean by that, coach and owner. Last year's Final Four created so many G Leagues opportunity and a phenomenal story of resilience. So I got to dig right into Final Four last year, and from a conversation we just had, it almost felt like rehearsal. You started 0-4 last year, and I know myself, if I were in that circumstance, my mindset is going to be shot to start on the bottom. And how do you get your team re-engaged, refocused, and make it all the way to the Final Four?
Good question. Continuity. All of us felt the same. We all were on 4 together. And that's what I had to make sure the team understood. That it's a team sport. Nobody's above the team, and got everybody to lock in and hone in on their skills to help promote the team. And it proved to be successful.
I love that. In terms of G League opportunities, and this is why I love the V League, just so you know, and I think from all the different owners that I've heard from, everybody's excited about creating opportunities, and young men in the community who may have been giving up on their dreams. They're like, nope, I still got a shot and get paid and make it to the G League. Talk to us about some of the success stories you created for players in the G League as well?
Well, a couple of the teams, one of the teams will be here today, the Blue Coats. They offered me an opportunity to coach at some of their tryouts, evaluate talent for them. And it worked out pretty well. And, you know, a lot of guys, we brought in some guys to work out just 3 weeks ago, at the facility for another workout. And, just having tryouts for these guys, it gives the guys something to look forward to.
I love that.
Something for them to get paid for and everything, continue their dreams and everything. But it is a good aspect for the game.
I know that last year Final Four is great, but it's not what you aim for. You're aiming for the chip. And I think everybody can. I love how you looked at the camera when you said, of course, you just sent a message to everybody else. You have been put on notice right here. What should we expect this year from the DMV Warriors, and why? That's the follow-up that I need.
High-level players, guys that's played in the fire. The heart of the DMV, we consider ourselves the mecca of basketball in the nation. And the guys that we have coming back and talented with some of the guys that are new, have played in some of the top leagues in the nation. More importantly, the top streetball league in the nation, the Goodman League, represent that league, of course. But then we also have other leagues that are just as powerful, like Watts League and everything. And guys that come from both leagues are going to help us catapult into the championship this year.
Before we wrap it up, the V League is huge on community initiatives. What are some of the community initiatives that you've seen over the years or that is happening that you're excited about?
Giving back to the community is the most important, and especially with the DMV Warriors, that's what sits high on our totem pole, where we want to make sure that we engage. Like this year, we'll be engaged with some of the Boys and Girls Clubs in the community. We'll be engaged with some of the nonprofits that help in the community as well. Like we did a photo op today. I think you were there. Also the mental health side of things and everything. Right across the street from my home gym, we have an assisted living facility, which will be assisting them, giving back to them. And we want to make sure that the V League is known for a community-based organization.
I love that. And shout out to you and the rest of the owners who are big on mental health. It's something I think that's been stigmatized for years. And finally, we are okay with talking about it and bringing light to it. We're appreciated. All right, ladies and gentlemen, he's coming after you, V League. You heard him right here. I love how everybody's got that, boxing hat on. It's like, I'm coming for that chip. But that's the competitive nature that you need to have. Marcus Chester, coach and owner of the DMV Warriors right here at the Virtual Hub. We'll be right back.
What's something people don't know about the next-gen streaming platform? Imagine a world where streaming isn't just about broadcasting your content, but about creating an entire universe for your audience to explore. Virtuoverse is here to revolutionize content creation. Traditional streaming is outdated. With Virtuoverse, you can step into a new dimension of interaction and creativity. Host events, create content, and engage your audience in a whole new way. Virtuoverse brings next-level virtual experiences where you're not just a creator, you're an innovator. Create your own virtual stage with stunning visuals and real-time engagement. Stream, monetize, and grow, all in one powerful platform. Whether you're an artist, an entrepreneur, or a game changer, Virtuoverse is your stage. Imagine having the tools to not only share your passion, but also to turn it into a thriving business. With Virtuoverse, you can track your growth, engage with your audience in real time, and celebrate your milestones like never before. Ready to level up? Join the revolution in content creation and entertainment. Open a free account today and start your journey towards becoming a virtual pioneer. The future of streaming is here, and it's called Virtuoverse. Don't just stream, create, innovate, and captivate your audience like never before. Join Virtuoverse today and redefine what it means to be a content creator. Virtuoverse integrates seamlessly with your favorite social media platforms, making it easier than ever to share your content and grow your audience. Engage with your followers, receive instant feedback, and build a community around your passion. And here's the game changer. Virtuoverse pays you for watching, adding, and commenting on other people's content. Turn your engagement into earnings and make every interaction count. Virtuoverse is not just a platform, it's a thriving ecosystem where everyone benefits. Join Virtuoverse today and be part of the future of streaming. Create, share, and earn like never before. Virtuoverse, where your creativity meets endless possibilities. Sign up at Virtuoverse for free today.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Your boy Ali Midawi with the Virtual Hub, a special edition for the V League. We got an all-star game. We had an owners meeting. And ladies and gentlemen, I got a brand new addition to the V League. He is an owner and excited and definitely ambitious, which I love it when somebody comes in town and says, there's a new sheriff in town. He goes by Dre Thompson, and he is the owner of the Virginia Black Vipers, and this is his very first year in the league itself. And I'm going to say, before we got on camera, he said, I'm going for the chip. And I like that attitude. I like when somebody manifests greatness. So first and foremost, why the V League? That's what I'm curious about, because there are some options out there. But what made you say, this is the time, this is the place, and this is the league?
First and foremost, appreciate you having me out.
Absolutely.
The V League is just the backing behind all of it. You know, a lot of these guys, as far as the owners and what have you, I spoke to them. We talk about being in the community, and that's something that's near and dear to the Virginia Black Viper. So when we're having that conversation and we're building a relationship based off what we plan to do within our community, and then I get the invite to say, hey, that's what we're all doing over here. Absolutely. Whatever we got to do, let's do it. On top of that, there's a lot of competitors here, and we like to compete.
Yeah, I love that. Today was your first time, I would assume, with the owners in one space as well, with the other owners. What was the vibe like, the experience? What were you expecting versus what you've gotten today?
So I've kind of been on phone calls with a lot of the owners, and I have the expectation that maybe we're just gonna sit at a round table, have a conversation, maybe drink a little coffee or something, but. No, this was more along the lines of us kind of understanding what the actual mission is. And essentially this is way far beyond what I expected.
Well, so let's dig into that. From what you've gathered, what did you embody as what the mission is and where your brain is heading to? Okay, now I understand, and this is what it is. For those who are watching from a V League's perspective, what did you gather out of today's mission moving forward is for that answer?
We're competitors, but we're also a community.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where we all have the same mission. And if I continue to say mission, I'm in the military. So
no, well, first of all, we appreciate your service.
I appreciate the
my
support.
brother is military, and we have a lot of family members. So thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to take for granted everything that we have every single day. Because I know you probably hear it out of, holidays where people just say it because it's supposed to be said. My brother hates it when people are like, yeah, you're just saying it because it's a holiday. But I just want you to know, on behalf of the V League and everybody in this room and my family personally, selfishly speaking, thank you very much. I absolutely appreciate everything that you've done.
I definitely appreciate it.
Back to the V League mission.
So, with what we're trying to do for the men who didn't really have that opportunity, or the late bloomers, kind of give them a platform to step up and go to the next level. I love that. I adore that. I was a basketball player. My GM's a basketball player, and we didn't have that opportunity to go play at that next level. But we love the game so much, we're willing to give it if people are willing to take it.
See, it's not to get too religious on you. It's do unto others as you wish done unto you. I love that. Okay, so you're going for the chip, which should be the mindset, right? Like, why shouldn't it be? Give us an insight on the mindset and why do you believe I am going to be that breakaway team that's going to do what's never been done before. I'm going to win it as a brand new team in the league.
Well, I've had a chance to kind of look at these guys. They have never seen us yet. So I know where to attack.
He watched film. You haven't.
I know where to attack, when not to attack. On top of that, I have a GM who's extremely knowledgeable of the game. So we just kind of understand that you can't fight a mystery.
You can't find a mystery.
Can't fight a mystery.
You can't find a mystery. We got to put that on a T-shirt. You get that V League teams. We got to get that on a T-shirt. I love that. Last but not least, if you don't mind, I know what gives the team the edge from what I'm just a little bit that I'm hearing. I think the speed of the leader is the speed of the team, or speed of the team is the speed of the leader. It seems like you have a very high level of emotional intelligence, the way you put the words together, and the way you give a lot of credit to your GM. Is that the culture that you're developing, where, hey, methodical, very strategic, and doing whatever it takes from an organization standpoint, or are you figuring things out from an organization standpoint?
It's really a combination of both. You know, you'll forever learn. There's always something to learn. There's always more knowledge to acquire. But
He is
yeah,
humble too. I mean, if he's not taking ladies, you take him.
100%.
Hey, sorry, ladies.
100%.
And congratulations to the lucky one.
But no, we do give a lot of credit. I know I give a lot of credit to
Yeah.
my GM.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's very knowledgeable, but we do give a lot of credit to our team. You know, when everything goes right, that's all them. When things start to go wrong, you know, fish rots from the head. So what can we fix in order to go, you know, to be better?
There you go. Well, we wish you the very, very best and a grand welcome to the V League on behalf of everybody in here. And ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who are watching, make sure that you find Virginia Black Vipers all over you can on social media, especially on Virtual Verse, as well as I am pretty sure they're going to be making a whole lot of noise and probably frustrating a few coaches out there. Until next time, we'll be right back.
What's something people don't know about the next-gen streaming platform? Imagine a world where streaming isn't just about broadcasting your content, but about creating an entire universe for your audience to explore. Virtuoverse is here to revolutionize content creation. Traditional streaming is outdated. With Virtuoverse, you can step into a new dimension of interaction and creativity. Host events, create content, and engage your audience in a whole new way. Virtuoverse brings next-level virtual experiences where you're not just a creator, you're an innovator. Create your own virtual stage with stunning visuals and real-time engagement. Stream, monetize, and grow, all in one powerful platform. Whether you're an artist, an entrepreneur, or a game changer, Virtuoverse is your stage. Imagine having the tools to not only share your passion, but also to turn it into a thriving business. With Virtuoverse, you can track your growth, engage with your audience in real time, and celebrate your milestones like never before. Ready to level up? Join the revolution in content creation and entertainment. Open a free account today and start your journey towards becoming a virtual pioneer. The future of streaming is here, and it's called Virtuoverse. Don't just stream, create, innovate, and captivate your audience like never before. Join Virtuoverse today and redefine what it means to be a content creator. Virtuoverse integrates seamlessly with your favorite social media platforms, making it easier than ever to share your content and grow your audience. Engage with your followers, receive instant feedback, and build a community around your passion. And here's the game changer. Virtuoverse pays you for watching, adding, and commenting on other people's content. Turn your engagement into earnings and make every interaction count. Virtuoverse is not just a platform, it's a thriving ecosystem where everyone benefits. Join Virtuoverse today and be part of the future of streaming. Create, share, and earn like never before. Virtuoverse, where your creativity meets endless possibilities. Sign up at Virtuoverse for free today.
Welcome back to the Virtual Hub. Now, I know before the break, you heard from Dre Thompson, the owner of the Virginia Black Vipers, and he was bragging about his GM, about how he's giving him credit. And I was wondering, oh, man, I've never heard an owner bragging about the GM as much as he has. That's because the GM was standing right behind him. No, I'm just kidding. But he is here in the building with us. And ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Bryan is attempting, I would assume, to be the GM of the year, because this is your very first year in the league. I hear you have a lot of experience, very knowledgeable to the game. And from what I understand, you and your team owner have an incredible chemistry, which I believe is so important for success in any area, whether it's business or sports. So talk to me a little bit about what was your interaction? How did you find out? Did you have a relationship beforehand, or was it just a hiring process to say, yes, I'll take on the team for the Virginia Black Vipers?
Well, hey, first of all, thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Just on behalf of the Black Vipers, we're excited to be in our inauguration year, of the V League. So we're excited there. Just to give you a little backstory, myself and Dre, man, we met on a business level and really just connected as brothers. We didn't even talk about basketball at first, and then we found out that, wow, we actually have basketball
in common as well.
Right? We have that affinity, right? So we really had that opportunity to connect there. We had a like mind. We started talking ball, right? And then we realized, wow, we really connect on things when it comes to business, when it comes to culture, when it comes to principles, right? And so those things are really true to even build an organization. And so I appreciate the love that he gives me, right? Because we connect like brothers. At the end of the day, to me, not just a business, but we understand that two minds are better than one. Right. And it's good to have somebody that you can collaborate with. Collaboration is so big, especially in this business, because you have to talk through the things. Him and I are kind of like the scouts at the same time. We're the coaches. So we just kind of run through that point. together.
I love that. I hear you have a lot of knowledge on basketball. Give me a little bit of context on where did that come from? Played?
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
This is your grand introduction. So don't give them too much, because I was just told that you can't fight mystery. You can't win against mystery. You can't beat mystery. So give us a little bit of what you want everybody to know about you.
Absolutely, man. Been playing basketball forever. Played collegiate ball,
Nice.
D2.
Nice.
Had an opportunity to play literally 15 to 16 months overseas. Came back, due to injury, but the love of the game has been there. Have a degree in business management, right? So I kind of take that into what I got now.
Absolutely.
And I'll try to apply my principles and things that I've learned with my degree, right? And then in my experience as well. And then now we're taking it on sports management and the sports mindset kind of task now.
I do love the fact that you have those accolades and that education to back you up as well with what you're going to do from a day-to-day. Do you think that playing and having that heavy experience as a player from collegiate to pro is going to be a benefit or an advantage, if you will, to you as a coach in terms of relatability to the players themselves?
Yeah, so me and the owner, Dre, we've come up with, we're big on principles as far as understanding the game, right? And being able to relate to the players. So as a player, previous player, right, I know what it takes to get to that next level. I know what it takes when we talking about striving for excellence. I know what it takes when you're talking about contracts. You may be dealing with an agent, you may not be dealing with an agent. So there's components of this game that I've been exposed to that I can kind of relate and be able to relate with these newer players. And I'm pretty young, I'm only 38, so I'm a young GM. Have an opportunity to stay in this game, so I can still relate with these guys that are 26, 27 years old, only 10 years removed from them. So I can still relate to them where they're coming from and be able to put them in the right direction. And like Dre said, right, we want to give these guys the opportunity in the community to go forward and have that platform and that pathway to get to where they want to be, whether it's playing overseas, whether it's playing in front of these scouts, having that opportunity to showcase their talent.
I love that. And last but not least, I know Dre mentioned, we're going for the chip. We want to be the team that shocks.
Absolutely.
I know you have the same mindset because you're a competitor as a player, and I would anticipate it's going to be the same mindset. What do you think the edge that gives you that surprise element in the court?
First of all, I'm gonna start with culture. It always starts with culture. Starts with the mindset, the culture, right? If you don't have guys that want to win and have that winning mindset, you already lost the game.
100%.
So it starts there, and then from when you have that same mentality from the owner, GM, coaches, assistants, staff, players to the 10th guy on 12th guy on the bench, everybody has that same mindset. You're building something. You're building an attitude that you have with your organization. So I think it starts there. And then from there, of course, your talent, right? The way you play the game starts there. Go from there. But at the end of the day, we're going to plan to be a dark horse at the end of the day in the season.
We are excited for you. Welcome to the V League. Definitely will be keeping an eye on you. There will be a lot of highlight reels, I would anticipate, because anytime you have a brand new team with the mindset that you are mentioning, man, there's a lot of trouble to be in the league. Good trouble, that is, might I add. So, ladies and gentlemen, give a grand welcome on those comments to Aaron Bryan, the GM of the Virginia Black Vipers, and we'll be right back.
What's something people don't know about the next-gen streaming platform? Imagine a world where streaming isn't just about broadcasting your content, but about creating an entire universe for your audience to explore. Virtuoverse is here to revolutionize content creation. Traditional streaming is outdated. With Virtuoverse, you can step into a new dimension of interaction and creativity. Host events, create content, and engage your audience in a whole new way. Virtuoverse brings next-level virtual experiences where you're not just a creator, you're an innovator. Create your own virtual stage with stunning visuals and real-time engagement. Stream, monetize, and grow, all in one powerful platform. Whether you're an artist, an entrepreneur, or a game changer, Virtuoverse is your stage. Imagine having the tools to not only share your passion, but also to turn it into a thriving business. With Virtuoverse, you can track your growth, engage with your audience in real time, and celebrate your milestones like never before. Ready to level up? Join the revolution in content creation and entertainment. Open a free account today and start your journey towards becoming a virtual pioneer. The future of streaming is here, and it's called Virtuoverse. Don't just stream, create, innovate, and captivate your audience like never before. Join Virtuoverse today and redefine what it means to be a content creator. Virtuoverse integrates seamlessly with your favorite social media platforms, making it easier than ever to share your content and grow your audience. Engage with your followers, receive instant feedback, and build a community around your passion. And here's the game changer. Virtuoverse pays you for watching, adding, and commenting on other people's content. Turn your engagement into earnings and make every interaction count. Virtuoverse is not just a platform, it's a thriving ecosystem where everyone benefits. Join Virtuoverse today and be part of the future of streaming. Create, share, and earn like never before. Virtuoverse, where your creativity meets endless possibilities. Sign up at Virtuoverse for free today.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Virtual Hub. Ali Madawi in here on a special edition of All Things V-League All-Star Game today, owners meeting today. You're hearing from the GMs, owners, and incredible, unbelievable, amazing people. But this gentleman right in here has been making a whole lot of noise. First and foremost, and let me look at my notes, as they say, Mr. Lindsey Streeter with the Savannah Hurricane. I'm pretty sure you've seen a lot of their content. It's been floating a lot on V-League's social media accounts. But not only last year's regional champion, not only the runner-up in the national championship, and some of the things that he's grabbing people's attention on in the league and from the stands is that he's getting younger players, right? Players that are still very, very active and choosing to be a part of the Savannah Hurricane in the V-League. And he's incredibly huge on all things community. So, Mr. Lindsey, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to get your voice, get your message, and hear from you, and give the youngsters out there the hope that they need to hear. So, what are you excited about this year? I mean, you got a resume that is incredible. What are you looking forward to this year on the league?
Hey, Ali, really, man, thanks for the opportunity to be
Yes, sir.
being here today. I'm excited about a few things. For one, it's the vision and direction that Andre Bond is taking the league into, man. Yeah, we're trying to get a little younger. We're coming into our fourth season. One of the things that my coach emphasized to me was that he found that by getting younger, we were tapping into a pool of vigor and an expectation that we're not getting from our older players. The other thing is giving us the opportunity to position our players for other opportunities outside of this league. So we want to be a little more marketable. We can leverage them in the community a little bit better, and we believe it makes the team better overall. So it's just all the things that play into the mission and the vision of the Savannah Hurricanes, we believe we'll find, and just getting a few years younger in youth amongst our players.
I love that. It takes a lot of elements to be checked off to create a championship team. Talk to me about your process internally on how do you create the right environment with accountability. And, sometimes people don't take, their role seriously because they don't believe in themselves. So how do you create that belief in that culture?
Yeah, so it becomes just a part of the fiber and the fabric of our team. So what we do is, or what we did was, we started with a vision. Our vision is to empower pro athletes so that we can leverage them in the community to help our youth to make better decisions. And so in order for us to do that, one, they have to become brand ambassadors for what the Hurricanes are. And that begins with character, commitment to the community, great basketball sportsmanship, and the willingness to go out and give back in the community. We can't do that with a person that's displaying acts of buffoonery, that have questionable moral character, or not living up to the values of the Hurricanes. So holding them accountable there and understanding throughout every level of the organization, that's what we're about. That's how we get there. We will actually forego talent to get the standard of morality that we're after.
Do you think there's a bigger ROI on the standard that you've just mentioned in terms of I can cultivate and develop the talent as long as I have the moral, or it's a little bit of both?
Yeah, because in order to have the proper moral conduct that we're looking for, that person's already demonstrated and heritage traits of morality to begin with, and discipline to begin with. And so if we have a level of discipline, couple that with some athletic ability, I'm sure my coaching staff and others can mold that person into who we need them to be. But it's harder to take a person that's extremely talented but don't have a moral compass, and then mold them into who we want them to be as a Savannah Hurricane. Also, I don't want to accept that risk.
I love that. Now, at the end of the day, people would say, well, this is still a business, but how much is the big brother, father figure, uncle to those players are you? Or do you kind of just let the GMs and the team do what they need to do and jump in whenever you're asked to?
I try and be as consistent as a leader, as consistent in deliverability. I try to have a certain level of stick-to-itness into the things that I say. And then I support my coach and my general manager and others in the efforts that they're making. And what they give me back is they assure me that their lines of effort all feed into our mission and our vision. And so we're extremely deliberate in how we schedule community events. We schedule engagements. We monitor and track the number of engagements that we have per player. And then we track the ROI, the impact, right? We come back and we look at exactly how we made a difference, if we made one. If there's a shooting or an incident in Savannah, we want to see how the Hurricanes can help. We go out and we deliver turkeys. We set beds up in houses of some of our underserved communities. And so, and we welcome kids back to school. We do the pep talks, the pep rallies before our standardized testing. And we give every kid their hurricane pencil because we know that number 2 hurricane pencil helps kids score better on tests. So we give those pencils out. So
wow.
those are some of the things that we do. And we try and remain extremely consistent at the things that we say we're going to do in the community. We also play 4 themed games per year. So we say that it's bigger than basketball, and we try and find something to play for. Yeah. And so we play for cancer and breast cancer in particular, where we don our pink uniforms. We play for first responders. We play for our clergy, and then we play a military appreciation game, and we invite the Army in, and we play against the Army All-Star team every single year. So those are 4 things that the community knows that the Hurricanes are going to do. We're going to recognize our clergy, regardless of religion. Our clergy are welcome in. We honor them, men and women that are putting forth efforts in the community to make it better. We bring our first responders in and we honor them with a game. We always honor our veterans. We play in pink for our survivors and some people that maybe lost the fight to cancer. And we play for our military.
I love that. And going back to the court, what are you expecting for this year? And any breakout player that we should anticipate out of the Hurricanes?
I think we got a great group of players this year that are going to give us a chance.
Yeah.
I don't typically get into nuts and bolts. My coach is off camera. I'm going to ask him to jump in the seat here in a minute, and he could get down into the groceries. I got him to the store.
Love it.
We rode the cart out. We rode the cart out. I helped him load the car up.
I know exactly what you mean.
He told me exactly what he needed off aisle 9. I think I got it for him. We went over to aisle 13 and picked up something. We went to produce section and got a little something else. So he'll be the one that's going to describe exactly how he's going to unpack those groceries and what he's going to cook up. But we believe we've given ourselves a chance, Ali.
Spoken like a team owner. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up to Lindsay Streeter with the Savannah Hurricane, and we'll be right back.
What's something people don't know about the next-gen streaming platform? Imagine a world where streaming isn't just about broadcasting your content, but about creating an entire universe for your audience to explore. Virtuoverse is here to revolutionize content creation. Traditional streaming is outdated. With Virtuoverse, you can step into a new dimension of interaction and creativity. Host events, create content, and engage your audience in a whole new way. Virtuoverse brings next-level virtual experiences where you're not just a creator, you're an innovator. Create your own virtual stage with stunning visuals and real-time engagement. Stream, monetize, and grow, all in one powerful platform. Whether you're an artist, an entrepreneur, or a game changer, Virtuoverse is your stage. Imagine having the tools to not only share your passion, but also to turn it into a thriving business. With Virtuoverse, you can track your growth, engage with your audience in real time, and celebrate your milestones like never before. Ready to level up? Join the revolution in content creation and entertainment. Open a free account today and start your journey towards becoming a virtual pioneer. The future of streaming is here, and it's called Virtuoverse. Don't just stream, create, innovate, and captivate your audience like never before. Join Virtuoverse today and redefine what it means to be a content creator. Virtuoverse integrates seamlessly with your favorite social media platforms, making it easier than ever to share your content and grow your audience. Engage with your followers, receive instant feedback, and build a community around your passion. And here's the game changer. Virtuoverse pays you for watching, adding, and commenting on other people's content. Turn your engagement into earnings and make every interaction count. Virtuoverse is not just a platform, it's a thriving ecosystem where everyone benefits. Join Virtuoverse today and be part of the future of streaming. Create, share, and earn like never before. Virtuoverse, where your creativity meets endless possibilities. Sign up at Virtuoverse for free today.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Man, before our break, you heard from Mr. Streeter, Lindsey Streeter, the owner of the Savannah Hurricane. And you heard at the very last part, he was doing a little bit of accountability, kind of calling somebody out, like, I gave you everything you asked for, so it's now time for you to make that meal and deliver. And we are excited because he was talking about his coach, and that is Marion Wilson, the general manager of the Savannah Hurricane. First and foremost, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to hear from you. These are rare occasions that we hear from the actual coaches on an intimate setting. So what are you looking forward to this year? Because last year, regional champ, last year, runner-up, and no one loves to hear runner-up, even if that's a great achievement from our vantage point. But what are you expecting out of the V-League this year for the Savannah Hurricanes?
I'll be honest with you, Ollie. We're looking to finish.
Okay.
I think that's what's different this year. We have the experience. I think we have the talent throughout the roster. And I think we want to finish this year. We want to be the number one team.
What do you think is giving you the edge this year to actually finish versus, because I've talked to a couple of owners and GMs and they're like, Final Four, and then we'll go one game at a time. What gives you that confidence, like, watch me?
I would say from our front court to our back court, we have enough experience, depth, knowledge, and the fortitude to finish. Things we were missing last year, probably a little bit more outside shooting, things like that. And I think we fit the bill this year. So
I was in the Final Four, and I saw the stakes were very high. Emotions were in the game. And what do you think is going to be different this year in terms of individuality versus a group element? Do you have any standout players, any breakout players? And I know you don't want to put one player versus the other, but any secret weapons that you're excited about?
We got a few better wings this year, probably defenders, guys who can hit the three ball, guys who are three-level scorers. And I think that'll kind of complete our team. Some of the things we were missing last year, I thought our chemistry lacked in the beginning of the season, and we got better toward the end. But I think we didn't lose the championship. We learned. And I think that's what makes us different this year. We kind of understand what it takes to actually finish, and we will this year.
How would you define your leadership style when it comes to nurturing, discipline, and executing?
I would say that my approach is hands-on. I play from my experience. I coach from my experience. So, I have a military background, 26 years in the Army.
Thank you so much for your service.
I enjoyed serving. And we look at having a baseline. We understood the vision of our owner, how he wanted players from the community. I think that's what makes us more different than most of the teams in this league, is that we are actually Savannah born and bred. But we hold them accountable. All right. So, we can't play without practice. So we practice weekly. And we set trends, and listen, this is something we're not looking for, we don't like, we're going to address it. We hold each other accountable. But this year, I think what makes this team different and why we should finish is that we have no holes. And I think that's what's different this year, Ollie.
See, again, spoken like a GM who's ready to give you just what you need to hear, but not telling you the full playbook. For those of you who are watching out there, you are huge on community. And I witnessed the greatness on the Final Four, and the fans showed up and big time. How much does the energy of the fans give into the greatness of the, okay, you took a moment in there. Talk to me about that, because this is your call to action to the Savannah Hurricane fans and fans everywhere of the V-League to show up and show out.
Yeah, I think, having a fan base is an advantage.
Yeah.
Exactly when you get a good run and the fans are on top of the opponent. I think every team would want that. And we have some of the best fans in the league. They show up for us, they cheer, they all know each other. And I think that's what makes it special. And to have that every game, we can't have it on the road, but we understand that. But even when we got to the Final Four, you'd be surprised that people seen you. and they're surprised, and now they get to touch you. So I think when we go this year, and as we play road all home opponent, the crowd is important to us.
The crowd is important. You heard it right here. And ladies and gentlemen, he's got the grocery cart full. He's about to go cook. Let him cook, ladies and gentlemen. Let him cook. Our coach, Marion Wilson with Savannah Hurricane. We'll be right back.
What's something people don't know about the next-gen streaming platform? Imagine a world where streaming isn't just about broadcasting your content, but about creating an entire universe for your audience to explore. Virtuoverse is here to revolutionize content creation. Traditional streaming is outdated. With Virtuoverse, you can step into a new dimension of interaction and creativity. Host events, create content, and engage your audience in a whole new way. Virtuoverse brings next-level virtual experiences where you're not just a creator, you're an innovator. Create your own virtual stage with stunning visuals and real-time engagement. Stream, monetize, and grow, all in one powerful platform. Whether you're an artist, an entrepreneur, or a game changer, Virtuoverse is your stage. Imagine having the tools to not only share your passion, but also to turn it into a thriving business. With Virtuoverse, you can track your growth, engage with your audience in real time, and celebrate your milestones like never before. Ready to level up? Join the revolution in content creation and entertainment. Open a free account today and start your journey towards becoming a virtual pioneer. The future of streaming is here, and it's called Virtuoverse. Don't just stream, create, innovate, and captivate your audience like never before. Join Virtuoverse today and redefine what it means to be a content creator. Virtuoverse integrates seamlessly with your favorite social media platforms, making it easier than ever to share your content and grow your audience. Engage with your followers, receive instant feedback, and build a community around your passion. And here's the game changer. Virtuoverse pays you for watching, adding, and commenting on other people's content. Turn your engagement into earnings and make every interaction count. Virtuoverse is not just a platform, it's a thriving ecosystem where everyone benefits. Join Virtuoverse today and be part of the future of streaming. Create, share, and earn like never before. Virtuoverse, where your creativity meets endless possibilities. Sign up at Virtuoverse for free today.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Virtual Hub is back, and this has been an edition of All Things V-League. And of course, we left the best for last. No offense, coaches, GMs, and owners. We got the owner of the V-League, the chairman himself, Mr. Andre Vaughn. Now, you've seen us repeatedly in multiple sets, internationally, Mexico, and all over, but we are in here as we are excited not only to celebrate with an all-star game today, but we had a very successful session today with owners. It brought everybody together. We had a brand new team representation, GM and owner, and we've had the 3P champion owner and so on and so forth. First and foremost, what are you excited about this year in the V-League before we dive into some other elements?
The business of basketball, for me, to put a team together, to get them to show up, to get them to play, to keep their dream alive, that's easy. These guys are talented.
Yeah.
You hear the folks that you've interviewed, they're very smart. So that's not hard. But to be able to be sustainable, and not only sustainable, but be profitable, where everybody is making money, that's what's important to me. And so we've gone over a lot of collaborations that we've done to get the league and the teams in position to make money. Can you imagine if each team already knew that they were going to make 30 grand a month?
Yeah.
Or 50 grand a month, before they even got started? It would just make things so much different. And that's why I'm fired up about getting to the business of basketball. The team play, the game play has been so great. I told you I put the WNBA at the Aces, right? Then the V-League. I mean, I just have a great time, not because, I'm affiliated with the league, but it's just great basketball. It's great coaching. They're passionate. And it's just a good atmosphere to be in. But my passion is business. Most times when organizations don't sustain, they haven't connected to the community and they're not business minded.
Yeah.
They're only talking about their rosters, but not talking about their revenue. So it's going to be really important to talk about revenue outside of sponsorships, outside of concessions and merchandise. Like, how can we get that subscription base, that residual income coming in where everybody's benefited, even their fans? Can you imagine a league that actually cares about the income stream of their fans coming in? And that changes the game.
Absolutely. It's like almost you're getting everybody to buy into the mission. We've gone through a lot and heard from you in a final segment that you talked about the different monetization elements for not only the owners, the team, players, and everybody involved. Why was that such an important piece? Because look, the reality is you could have easily hey, you got to handle your business. It's your organization. But you've created something And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. I've been practicing for this. An inclusionary model. See what I did there? I finally got it. I said it 3 times. You're big on that, but why was it relevant to do it for the V League as well?
Really, because it's cooperation. Most people just do competition, where my team against your team. No, but if cooperation meaning working together, creating that rivalry, creating that storyline, if you will, right? And we're all making money. And so most owners, they think about winning, in the score stats box. But I want to win financially.
Yeah.
I'd rather win by 1 and make 50,000 in that one game than win by 100 and don't make any money.
Yeah.
Right. Because I want to be able to sustain. I want my family to support. Your support, your spouse or your significant other, they'll support until it gets tight. But if you're making money and they see that it's a benefit to them as well, right? Honey, we just had a great time. Go get your Louis bag, right? For the support. That's the energy, but it has to come from expectation. Most people don't expect. They think if you're not in the NBA, then that's it. All we do is feed people to the NBA, but it should go down the line. If we're feeding teams, then we should be feeding systems and gravitating from them and the things that they do well business-wise. And then so that's why I really want to kind of hone into getting folks on board, and let's do some partnerships.
I got to follow up on that. You've mentioned, honey, let's go get you a Louis Vuitton. Did my wife put you onto this?
No, I absolutely not.
Your vantage point obviously is different in every owner and GM and even the players, but there's one thing that unites your message and your action with everybody else, which is community, community, community. That was a message that you were driving from the beginning of the working session all the way till the end. What are some of the initiatives that you're excited about to create for the different communities of the teams themselves?
Well, even today, they were handing out baby supplies, and that's big.
Strollers and that stuff.
If your stroller was 15 minutes and it was all sold out, that means it's a great need. Normally, we're thinking about the coat drive, the food giveaway during the holidays, but even implementing the mental health. Mental health is so big on so many different levels, so much so that they have a different month. You have depression month, anxiety month. You got all these different months because it's important, right? So that should be a daily method operation when it comes to the V League and attached, where it's nothing special that we're doing. It's just a way of life, right? And so community has to be a way of life. And in most organizations I've seen that's not successful, all they were thinking about is basketball.
Yeah.
When the true thing is tying to the community, because if your teams are horrible, but you are showing up for people in the community, then they'll still support you.
One other thing that you've hammered heavy, which was integrity.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little bit of an insight? Because, you were like, I don't want no funny business. I don't want no, loose ends. I want it to be done as if we are already a $43 billion league.
Yeah.
Why did you feel the need to mention that today? And I understand we have the owners, the leaders of the league, essentially. But why was it such an important piece for you to insist on?
Well, how you do anything is how you do everything.
Right.
And, for me, if I'm dealing with you, right, and you're not right, then people are going to automatically assume that I'm not right. And so I have the personal policy to say, listen, this is the culture. If you set the culture early in anything you do, you'll get the same result.
Yeah.
You'll get the same winning result, but you have to set the culture. You can't accept certain things if it's not right. If it's nothing that I want my kids to be around and hear, then that's just a thing maybe I shouldn't. So culture is important. Most people just care about, getting the team in, collecting their fees, having them compete. They don't care about the integrity of the person. They don't care about what they bring to the table. What are they missing? And so if we get that stuff right in the beginning, it just makes so many things easy. And you saw the energy of the owners.
Absolutely.
You felt like a family feel.
Yeah.
And every business that we have and that we're part of, it's going to be that same feeling. It doesn't change. It's just the product changes, but the culture is non-negotiable. And so we've done it in horse racing, in basketball, in the mental health, in the MLM space. We've done it in everything that we do, and we're not going to stop.
From a business standpoint, every business has a different phase. Where do you think the V League is right now?
It's funny because we're still in the formation phase. Yeah, we're still in the formation phase, and there's not a year.
Would you say that's the most fun though part? That formation
because
phase?
you're creating. I mean,
you get those little small wins, maybe.
I don't know. I think I probably like the momentum phase, but the formation phase is what builds character.
Yeah,
like how while I'm going through this phase, how am I going to act? How am I going to behave?
You're gonna
You know what I
change
mean?
my
How's
mindset, my
how's my
attitude.
character?
Yeah.
How's my attitude? So, I like the phase. This is the phase where millionaires and billionaires are created, but I think I would rather be in the momentum phase, of course.
From last year to this year, what are we as fans anticipating and expecting from the V League?
More access, more joint projects, working to see how we can get money in our fans' pockets just to watch the content, getting them engaged, more communication, so that's what we definitely need to improve on. And I'll say this publicly, but yeah, it's always great basketball, but we want them to be involved. We want to partner with different organizations that are doing the work, not the ones that are just fly by, have a nonprofit because somebody created one and you're just using it as a money grab. No, people that are doing real work in the community that even if you were doing it for free, you would still be doing it.
I love it. Today is the All-Star game.
Yeah.
We're looking for an incredible showdown, some slam dunks, some 3-point magical numbers. There will be an MVP today.
Yes.
And the MVP will also be rewarded with an exclusive interview on Virtual Hub, which, by the way, subscribe if you're listening or watching for the very first time, as it will air on Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Audible.com, and everywhere, including your favorite channels. And we're also going to be doing a press release for the most valuable player on Fox, ABC, CBS, CW, NBC, and all of their subsidiaries, about 200 to 300 channels that are going to be picking up that story. So we're excited to feature the king of the All-Star game today. But I'm grateful for you to not only include us and giving us a front row seat for everything, but I'll let you, as the V League owner, give your final remarks to our fans and your final message to the players as well.
Yeah, no, I just appreciate, from the owners to the fans to the players, on what you brought, to my life through the V League. We let people keep the dream alive, and I want you to keep the dream alive. Be involved, but just don't stop at being a fan. Why don't we be partners? And so we're always looking to collab. If you're looking for certain particular things in your life, we have a lot of relationships, and I think we should extend it out to the fans as well. And so I'm looking forward to a phenomenal season. I'm looking forward to a lot of transparency, a lot of opportunities. We've already been invited to Mexico. Just from the last Final Four, we've already gotten 12 players invited trials with the G League, which we wanted to be the bronze level of basketball from the very beginning, in partnership with the G League and NBA. So those are the goals that we're striving towards, and we're going to take one step at a time, but this wouldn't be possible without our fans.
There you go. Players, good luck. The V League is about to be a whole lot more fun, more aggressively competitive, because you got a lot of people coming after you for that chip. Co-owners and coaches, good luck. You are amazing, incredible, and set up to win. My name is Ali Midawi. He goes by the name of Andre Vaughn. This has been a pleasure of an episode for the V League with Virtual Hub. Until next time, have a blessed day, everybody.
What's something people don't know about the next-gen streaming platform? Imagine a world where streaming isn't just about broadcasting your content, but about creating an entire universe for your audience to explore. Virtuoverse is here to revolutionize content creation. Traditional streaming is outdated. With Virtuoverse, you can step into a new dimension of interaction and creativity. Host events, create content, and engage your audience in a whole new way. Virtuoverse brings next-level virtual experiences where you're not just a creator, you're an innovator. Create your own virtual stage with stunning visuals and real-time engagement. Stream, monetize, and grow, all in one powerful platform. Whether you're an artist, an entrepreneur, or a game changer, Virtuoverse is your stage. Imagine having the tools to not only share your passion, but also to turn it into a thriving business. With Virtuoverse, you can track your growth, engage with your audience in real time, and celebrate your milestones like never before. Ready to level up? Join the revolution in content creation and entertainment. Open a free account today and start your journey towards becoming a virtual pioneer. The future of streaming is here, and it's called Virtuoverse. Don't just stream, create, innovate, and captivate your audience like never before. Join Virtuoverse today and redefine what it means to be a content creator. Virtuoverse integrates seamlessly with your favorite social media platforms, making it easier than ever to share your content and grow your audience. Engage with your followers, receive instant feedback, and build a community around your passion. And here's the game changer. Virtuoverse pays you for watching, adding, and commenting on other people's content. Turn your engagement into earnings and make every interaction count. Virtuoverse is not just a platform, it's a thriving ecosystem where everyone benefits. Join Virtuoverse today and be part of the future of streaming. Create, share, and earn like never before. Virtuoverse, where your creativity meets endless possibilities. Sign up at Virtuoverse for free today.